thank you very much. And Mr. Del Toro, let me talk to you for a few moments. As Secretary of the Navy, you'll have a good fortune of receiving military advice from the Chief of Naval Operations and the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Our nation's current leaders, those two gentlemen in these positions, have a combined 75 years of experience in the Navy and Marine Corps, respectively. Do you plan to have a close relationship with the Navy and Marine Corps service chiefs, and will you listen to their professional military advice, and will you advocate on behalf of the Navy and the Marine Corps to the Secretary of Defense?
Senator, there's probably no more important issue than that. The Navy Marine Corps team must effectively work as a team. And I have deep respect for the Commandant of the Marine Corps and the Chief of Naval Operations. And if confirmed, I will coordinate and seek their advice on every issue that's before us and before the Congress. It's simply incredibly important for us to be able to work as a team. And for me, if confirmed, as the Chief Executive Officer of the Department of the Navy, to provide that leadership and guidance to them as well, too, as to the actions and to affect the challenges and the opportunities that lie ahead for us.
If they give you advice concerning additional needs that are not yet proposed, I hope you will feel free and obligated, actually, to pass that along to the appointed leadership. Let me also ask you this about the 355-ship Navy, which is a part of the statute enacted by the Congress and signed into law by the President of the United States. Admiral Gilday has explained in recent hearings that based on the top line in this administration's budget request, we can afford a Navy of only about 300 ships, not the 355 in the statute. In fact, given the Navy's decommissioning plan, in the immediate future, that number would drop to 290, not 355. At the same time, the CNO has maintained publicly that the Navy has to grow to meet the challenges of an aggressive China and a resurgent Russia. And he has stated that the statutory requirement for a 355-ship Navy remains an important goal. So, Mr. Del Toro, the Admiral who will serve as your principal advisor for the Navy is on record stating that we need a larger Navy in order to compete with the global competitors like China. Do you agree with him? And if so, what would be your plan to grow the Navy given the current budget constraints?
Senator, this is an incredibly important issue, and I fully support the 2018 National Defense Authorization Act that has as a goal 355-ship Navy. I believe that as our nation shifts from a land-based strategy over the past 20 years, fighting the wars in the Middle East, to a more dominant maritime strategy in the Pacific, particularly in our efforts to deter China, I do believe that our Navy Marine Corps team will need additional resources to be able to fully field the combat effectiveness we will need as a nation to do so. And I am committed, in fact, that it's my responsibility to make that case to the Office of the Secretary of Defense and the administration moving forward in the fiscal year 23 budget, if confirmed.
Well, you know, actually, I think everyone should remember that the 355 is not something that came out of the minds of the Congress. It was listed as a requirement by the admirals and generals out there who are actually doing the work to make our nation secure. Let me say that I was particularly pleased with one thing in your statement, and I was concerned about another thing in your statement. You say our nation is at an inflection point, and we face challenges as severe as they are unprecedented in China with its authoritarian system and its determined incursion into the South China Sea, and globally presents a constant naval threat. Russia and other resurgent powers also threaten stability. That is a true statement, and I agree with it. I find it ironic that you would then say a few sentences later, I was pleased to see the President's budget request recognize this challenge. I don't agree that it does, and I can just tell you, Mr. Del Toro, that I think there's a bipartisan majority on both sides of the aisle and on both sides of the dais in this committee to help you find more resources to do exactly what you said is necessary vis-a-vis China and Russia and other threats that we have, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.